If you're selling, you might believe that your home is worth whatever the buyer's willing to pay. And sometimes even more than that, right? And if you're buying a home, you might be thinking, gosh, the lender is requiring an appraisal and they're just getting in the way of us getting our dream home. So what can you do as a buyer and a seller in order to help with this appraisal process so you're not sitting at home just going, okay, let's hope that this appraisal comes in at value. Have you been surprised by an appraisal? Share your experience down below. Appraised value versus market value. Kirk versus Spock. Market value, that's what buyers are willing to pay. And to get the highest price, your agent needs to be like Captain Kirk. Charismatic, passionate, and fully energized. They're rallying buyers, getting them emotionally invested, making them want your home. A bidding war that pushes the price higher and higher and higher. It's every seller's dream and every buyer's nightmare. Appraisal value, that's Spock. Logical, detached, unmoved by how much somebody loves the brand new chef kitchen or that one-of-a-kind flagstone walkway with fossils. Spock only cares about cold, hard data. Recent sales, market trends, hard facts. While Captain Kirk pushes those market prices forward into the future, Spock stays stuck in the past, only looking at recent sales, and that can drive Kirk crazy. I'm going to be breaking down the top 10 biggest appraisal pitfalls that I've seen so that you're going to know how the system really works and you don't lose money and time and sleep or even the deal itself. Second pitfall is one that I've really seen impact some deals. But in order to understand number 2, you have to know number 1. Cost per square foot. Bigger isn't always better, and appraisers know that. For example, you have a small, tiny little home. You need a bedroom and a bathroom and a kitchen, right? But you add another bedroom and it gets even better. And another one, and another one, and it gets to the point where it's like the 4th or 5th one and you're going, oh yeah, okay, maybe, that's nice. It just doesn't bring as much to the table. Diminishing return. Same with land. 5 acres sounds amazing to some people. Sometimes sounds like a dream, doesn't it? No one around you. But what if that 5 acres is on a sloped piece of land and you don't even have access to it? Or it has no utilities set up? It's not going to be worth as much as a 2-acre flat lot with an avocado farm. More value, right? Appraisers don't just look at size, they look at usability and desirability. If I had one wish, it would be that people would stop talking about price per square foot because it just doesn't work. So how is this going to lead on to the next one that I told you to really pay attention to? Well, what is the size of your house? It's not what you may think. Pitfall number 2. Appraisers have to follow a national guidelines on how they measure and report the measurements of your home. And these new standard appraisal rules may change the square footage of your home. Ceilings must be 7 feet tall in order to count. Do you have slope ceilings? Well, the majority of it has to be 7 feet and it's only counted up to 5 feet. Condos are measured from the interior walls, not the exterior, which county records usually has it as, equaling less square footage. And don't even get me talking about homes on the hillside. California appraisers fought this hard because your home may be on a hillside, however, it lives like it's all above ground because you just go down the stairs and you still have this amazing view of maybe the ocean or the mountains, right? It's not a walkout basement, but yet that's what they're required to say it is. Meaning that your main level might only be 700 square feet with no bedrooms and all the rest is basement. It's gotten to the point where if we are required as appraisers to say if you have a foot of earth that goes up on any of the sides of the building, that is a basement. The worst is that the buyers then come in and are upset because they're thinking of price per square foot, and now that home is worth less to them because the square footage is different. There was a deal where the agent called me saying, please come back and double check the basement because it's 200 square feet less than what we had on record, and now our buyers want to walk away. And as buyers, you want to know exactly what you're buying. You're going to want to make sure that somebody comes in and measures your home and make sure that they measure it to the point that an appraiser would measure it. Somebody who comes in with a digital camera and does a quick scope of the area is not going to get the same square footage as an appraiser. If you enjoy our content and want to see more, then make sure you give those thumbs ups, subscribe, hit the notification button, and more than anything, make sure you share this video with other people. It is so important that your agent provides good comparables and knows how to choose them. And this section is going to teach you how to help. Providing the wrong comps to the appraiser. Appraisers are like matchmakers. Their job, find the closest comparable property to yours. Size, lot, location, and updates. And of course, quality. And just like dating, they're looking out for that catfishing. Like when your agent starts advertising things like wood flooring, but it's really vinyl, or you have an ocean view, but you'll only be able to see it in the walk-in closet on your tiptoes. Think of comparables like a date. You really want to make sure that they're compatible, right? That they're going to have something in common. So your agent is looking, or when you're looking to see about the value of your home and thinking about it through an appraiser's eyes, non-updated homes go with non-updated homes. Updated homes go with updated, and remodeled go with remodeled. You're going to spend a lot more on a house that has new electrical, new plumbing, new everything than even a home that has a really nice kitchen and new bathrooms. And those comparables that your agent gives to the appraiser, if they're not comparable, if they're not compatible, then it's like Tinder. You're gonna swipe to the left and right into the trash can. A great real estate agent will give me 4 or 5 true comparables, and I would be like, oh my gosh, I did miss that one, and I'm able to use it. And it has really helped support the value. Did you know that appraisers actually give your home a grade? Yeah, you can fail it, you can ace it. So how do you get ready for that test? When an appraiser drives up to your home and walks inside, they're not just looking at the square footage, they're looking at the quality of the home and the updates, and if there's any deferred maintenance. If your home is not updated and it has a lot of deferred maintenance to it, meaning that there's holes in the wall and the wood around the windows is peeling paint and it's not doing well, it looks like a sick house, it's going to get a lot lower condition rating than one that has been fully gutted and remodeled. They're not comparables. And so it means a lower rating means lower value. But here's the good news, you actually have the ability to up that grade. Small, low-cost updates can really help. Just adding new vanities into the bathrooms really can help. Or new flooring. Going around and making sure there's no peeling paint. There's just little touch-ups that you can do that won't just help buyers fall in love with your house, but appraise. If somebody tells you that a view is worth 10% or a pool is worth $50,000, run fast, because it changes all the time. Here's the deal. Pre-COVID, in some areas, a pool wasn't worth anything. Wasn't negative, wasn't positive. It was like, okay, it has a pool, thanks. And COVID hits. And all of a sudden, pools actually bring more value to a home than it would even cost to build one. All of a sudden, pools are worth 50, 70, 100 grand, depending on how intricate and stylish they were. And then COVID starts tapering off. And you couldn't get rid of a home that only had a pool in the backyard and there wasn't anything else for people to do. People were like, I've had a pool, I know how expensive it is, I know how difficult it is to keep it up, and I just want something that is low maintenance. If someplace had a pool, it was a negative. That's just one of the many examples of a market shift, and it happens often. Some features like solar, if it's leased, actually make the home stay on the market even longer because people have to get qualified for the lease as well as buying the house. Considering a big ticket item, solar, pool, ADU, or a fully automated house, is it really going to be worth it? Is it really going to be every bang for your buck? Or is it going to be 25 cents on the dollar? What is worth updating? Updating your kitchen, bathrooms, flooring, and painting the interior, including the baseboards, and exterior usually will help you not only sell your house at a faster rate, but for more money. However, that's not always the case, and you might not get back what you put in. Please, 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 please do not over-improve for your area or make your home so custom that we can't give it extra value. I once appraised a home for a national business owner, can't say the name, but the colors of the business were black and gold. And when I got there, he was so excited to show me his brand new remodeled bathroom. Just told me it cost over $100,000 to do this bathroom. I was really excited to see it too. So we're walking up the stairs and he opens up the primary bathroom and it was all black and gold. I'm not just talking about black marble slab in the shower and the gold fixtures. I'm talking about that the walls all had leopard fur. The only thing I could think of is that this is actually going to hurt the resale value of this house. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Think of it like a $5,000 custom tailored suit. It fits you like a glove. You're absolutely in love with it and you feel just beautiful. I guess, or handsome. But if no one else can fit into it, it's not worth even a penny to them. And here's the big mistake. Thinking that all updates add value. I just spent thousands on a new roof. Well, guess what? An appraiser expects you to have a working roof. Or if you just went and put in central air all around the house, but central air is not common in the area, it's not going to bring you much value. The next little nugget of gold I'm going to give you is those things that really are going to mess up the appraisal and make sure that the appraiser is actually going to have to come back, and they don't want to come back. They want to be able to go home and write it and send it in and have you just move forward and be happy. Things like patching a leaky roof. So when we're walking around and we see a water spot, you're able to say, we got that taken care of. Here you go. If you wait till the middle of the storm and they come in and they're seeing the little drips or everything else, or there's that big water spot, it's too late because they're going to have to write down that you have to have your roof certified. Don't want that. And then once it's sent to the lender, that brings in that you have to get, everything has to be done by a licensed contract. It can delay the close and kill the deal. There are a few things you're going to really want to make sure you have done before that appraiser comes. First, really simple, just CO detectors and smoke detectors. Water heater. Needs to be double strapped in California. Does not need to be double strapped in Colorado. Make sure that depending on which state you are, you're following those codes. No peeling paint. Think about it as safety concerns. If the house is not that old and there's some peeling paint around the windows, it's not ideal. If it's FHA, it's a problem. If the home was built before 1978, it could have lead. And so it does become a problem. Any peeling paint. You not only have to repaint around the windows, but pick up any of those paint shavings. You can't have those around. Simple fixes, big impact. No exposed wires, mold, foundation, roof issues. My sister is looking at selling her house and the stairs kind of are a little tilted. So she already had a structural engineer come in and actually certify that there are no structural issues. Again, there you go to the appraiser. Appraiser can write it down. It's all good. The buyer, it's all good. The buyer's happy, the seller's happy, appraiser's happy. Woo, little party. These steps won't guarantee a higher appraised market value. They help prevent avoidable issues that could delay and complicate the whole process. But Zillow said my house is worth so much. But Redfin told me that my house is worth so much. If I could sell my house for as much as Zillow and Redfin said my house is worth, I would be doing it today. It is overvalued by over $100,000. I would be taking that to the bank. But that's not how it works. Wrong comparables. They don't distinguish home styles. They don't distinguish updates. They don't distinguish quality. I've actually seen Zillow take single family homes to figure out the price for a townhome. Different buyers. That's not to say they're always wrong. Sometimes they are close, sometimes they've got it, sometimes they know. But more often than not, these tools totally miss the key details. They're not taking into account if a home is backing up to a trailer park, or next to a busy street, or across from a park, or has ocean views, or backs up to a canal. It's all lumped together. Bottom line, online estimates, they're a good starting point, but they're not the final word. So recommendation, if you are looking at Z estimates, Redfin, go a little bit further. Take a look and see what comparables they're using for your home. And then take a look at what the interior looked like for those houses and the location. If you're a buyer, drive those areas too. See, is this really the same kind of feel that this other neighborhood has? Is this the same kind of feel that I have fallen in love with? Or is it a lot worse or a lot better? But what if you've done all of that? Are you in the clear? Are you ready to go? Are you safe? Absolutely not. If you're thinking about moving to the Ventura County or the surrounding areas, make sure you hit that subscribe and notification button or share it with somebody who may be thinking about moving over here. And I called to set up the appointment, and the agent interviewed me for 45 minutes to make sure I understood not only Ojai and the market area, but luxury homes. I have a certification in luxury homes. I have been trained by builders to really understand what high quality homes, custom homes mean. If you get an appraiser who does not understand that, does not understand the market, does not understand the quality of your house, and you do not have somebody advocating for you. She had dealt with appraisers who did not understand the mountain custom homes, did not understand Ojai and the different areas of Ojai and how that influences the market. And after we talked for 45 minutes, she was happy about it. She felt good. She also gave me great comps. So great to see an amazing advocate for that homeowner. And agents can't choose who the appraisers are, neither can the lenders. But they can advocate. So when somebody calls and says, yeah, I'm coming over, and yeah, I actually live 2 hours away from where I'm appraising right now, they can actually contact the buyer and ask the buyer to contact the lender and say, please pick somebody who knows this area, who actually does enough here. It's easy. They can be reassigned. That little step can save your deal. Cash buyer, game changer. As a seller, you want that cash buyer. Want to avoid appraisal issues at all? There you go. No lender, no appraisal required. Let's be realistic. Appraisals can make or break your deal. Stay ahead of the game. Don't let small mistakes cost you big. Sellers, provide solid comps, fix little issues, and if the offer's high, negotiate for that appraisal gap. Buyers, get a team that knows the ropes. Protect yourself from paying more than what the home really is worth. Sellers and buyers alike, an agent who knows the appraisal process is worth their weight in gold. If you live in Ventura County or the area around Ventura County, let us help you navigate through this process and get you the best deal.